name is Stanley, and welcome to Anime Colosseum, where we bring you gameplay from our local Unity Arena tournament. This week we have some testing of Roy Mustang and Edward Greed. I'm on the right playing Roy Mustang, and my opponent is playing Greed Edward. I will say this in the beginning. I definitely misplayed with Roy Mustang. This was my first time playing the deck, so without research. So I definitely had some things that I could have done that I didn't do, and definitely things I should not have done. I was gonna make that clear. I know how to pilot the deck now, but this is just us learning the cards and piloting the deck for the first time. I will say though, the removal in this deck is pretty good. If you combo it properly, you could bring out a Hawkeye. Hawkeye can minus something too, potentially, and then you can raid Mustang and then swing Mustang, and I would say minimum you're just trashing one card from hand. You can even play the Mustang that minuses something 1,000, then raid over it and then KO it for free, which is probably the more ideal play. But learning the lines and stuff just comes with time, which again, gotta grind the deck to figure out. So the cool thing about the yellow deck is that if you want to perform actions with certain cards, after performing said action, you take the bottom part of the raided card out from under the raid, which is cool in the sense that they're doing the equivalent exchange. For me to use this ability, I now have to sacrifice the fact that it was raided, which is fine. But certain cards like this card here that he just raided, that has impact, you do the search and then now your card is no longer raided. I heard that there's ways that you could put the bottom part of the raid back in, which is cool, but I haven't really done research on yellow to begin with. I think the moment I seen Full Metal, I was like, what characters we have? And I was like, oh, Roy Mustang, that's what I want to play. So now my opponent is trying to figure out what he's grabbing from his search, because he did just do the six card search, which is insane. And then he derated, so now his rated character is now vanilla. Then he plays a card that he searched. It's another Edward. He looks at the top two cards, place any number of them to the top of the deck, and then place the rest to sideline. That's pretty good because he could place an Edward into, not an Edward, an Alphonse into sideline, and then the other rated card, he could then now bring an Alphonse back. Then he plays Ling Yao, which he gets abilities based off of how much energy he has producing. He swings into my life and I get a Roy raid. I ended up raiding it just so that I could get the extra draw. And it looks like I drew a Flame Alchemist, so you got some removal in hand. I draw for turn, and I would say this is probably one of my misplays. I play a Hawkeye, which lets me draw a card because I have a Mustang on field. But then I play the one drop Hawkeye. And the one cost Hawkeye lets me look at the top two cards of the deck. So I could have probably found a card that I needed and then rearrange the top, then play the draw one so that I'm drawing into exactly what I'm looking for. We turn extend. We raid Hawkeye, which, you know, was dumb anyway. Like I said, because now I'm going to go search the top 4 again. And now I am digging deeper, but I could have drew the card that I put on top before doing this play. Just reading the card, but I'm pretty much going to take one of the cards, put it at top, put the rest at the bottom, and then we give something -1. And then we raid, which lets us draw the card. And I'm just misplaying altogether. Raid, draw the card. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. So pretty much I'm gonna remove 2 bodies off the field. And I believe this is where I make my second misplay. Not even second. This is probably like my 5th misplay. But anyway, I attack and I discard all cards from my hand. I blow my whole load. Pause. Yeah. I remove all the cards from my hand to activate the impact effect, just so that I could get impact. But like, it makes no sense to get rid of all the cards in hand. This was the misplay that I was talking about, and pretty much I was punished for it the whole game, because if you have no cards in hand, he gets Roy Mustang gets impact, which is fine. But the attack would have went through anyway, because Hawkeye minus Ed 2. She has the on play -1,000, and she has an activate main. So we use both of those on the Edward. So now with Mustang, he automatically on attack kills something with 1,000, but it goes up by the cards you trash in hand. So all I needed to do was trash 1 card from hand, and maybe remove all the rest of the cards in hand to get rid of the Ling. But even so, it hurt me, because now I'm literally playing with no cards in hand the whole time. My opponent raids Greed. So Greed is a base 5,000, because when raided he gains 1,000. He must be blocked, and if he's sidelined, you could play a Ling from your sideline onto the field rested. So if I kill him, he pretty much gets a body. He replaces himself. He's pretty good. So now I raid a Hawkeye, and we go ahead and we'll minus 2 on the Greed. But before we minus this, the next one, we do our 4 card search. We place 1 at the top plus the rest at the bottom. Then afterwards we activate the main on both of the other Hawkeyes and minus it 3. But then I'm reading the card and find out that he gets the free body. I don't want to give him the free body, which still doesn't make sense. We do minus 3 to the Ling, And here goes my yet another misplay. I should have played that Mustang. That Mustang minus 1,000 to something 15,000 or more. So I should have played that Hawkeye minus 1,000 on the greed, and now greed is forced to either not block. He's forced to either not block or block, which would have killed them and still got the body. Read your cards, guys. Read your cards. So, right now, my opponent activates Winry. She activates main, give someone plus 500. So he taps them both and give it to the Edward to make him a 4K. Swing into life, nothing, and then he swings and I get a raid trigger, which is added to hand because I don't have enough in the back. All right. Yeah, I think I'm starved for energy now, which yeah. I believe I just trash everything and just because I don't have the energy. Which now he's replacing. And then he gets a draw because he has a certain amount of energy in the back. Wait, actually, does he get a draw for that? Why did he draw? He don't have 6 or more energy. Why did he draw there? Now, I've been so focused on my misplays, I didn't even realize he misplayed himself. Anyway, again, this is our first time touching and playing the decks. So, I mean, yeah. But yeah, now he raids the other Edward. The Edward gets to draw 2 cards and place one from his hand to the sideline, and then he gets to choose to put a Alphonse onto the field, and I believe it comes in he deraids a character. Well, not deraid, but take the bottom part of the character off. And yeah, so this is literally what happens when you get trigger happy. And now I can't raid anymore. So now I'm just solely focusing on just trying to get as much attacks in as possible. So we swing one Mustang, trash the 2 to give it impact, just impact, because at this point we don't get anything, and then he gets an active trigger. Alright, so now my opponent playing in the back. You better not. You can't even do that. Got no 5. What the heck? And then give one of the brothers 1,000, and that's game. Yeah. Again, was learning the decks. That was bad. That was really bad. I normally misplay, but this was terrible, dog. Like, this was terrible. But I mean, again, learning the deck, It wasn't really a tournament going on, so it's fine. I know how to play the deck now. Gameplay is a lot smoother. But yeah, Ed Ling gets it. I will ask, what do you guys think of the format as of right now with all the IPs that we have out? Comment down below, like, and subscribe. That being said, my name is Stanley. See you next time. Peace.